What's up, y'all? How everybody doing? Shout out to everybody in the and shout out to the world that's tuning in with Trey Gang Live Production. Man, let's make a long story short. Everybody, let's get in here, like, share, and subscribe, and let's spill some tea. Let's shoot a disclaimer. Fair Use Act. Education purpose use only. All rights, image, and music clip belong to the respective owner, and own we do not own ownership. Now, to make a long story short, gang, I'ma get straight to the facts. Pow, right there. I'ma get straight to the facts with this video right here. Right? Family book the room. Y'all see this? The whole time. How did I miss this? I didn't even know that's Kenneka cousin booking the room. So when it comes to the credit card fraud, that's why Miss Teresa never said nothing about the fraud situation. And Ray's hell was like, look, talking about how she get out the room. What bastard that booked the room? And you got Kenneka cousin. Girl, let's read the reports. All right. Blank. Look, they said Blank was show a critical reach bulletin and asked if he could identify a subject who purchased the room. He said the female was T. Hold on. And the other transgender is Mano. Mano is the Facebook dude, right? That's the gay dude. Keep this in mind. They call him a transsexual. Now we know he gay. That means if they call him a transsexual, he gonna be dressed up like a woman. If when it come to the surveillance footage, golly, and I always said that. And I said, man, we gotta be looking for a dude that might be dressed up like a woman. You know what I'm saying? On the footage and thinking it's a female that might be a dude. And this would solve everything. Now check this out. When you read it, he said he was there at the Crown Place. He stated that Mano was in a car accident after the party. After the party. A day after the party, I mean, and was in the hospital. Now, this Kenneka cousin, why Mr. Teresa never said nothing about him in the hospital? And keep this in mind when you see this video, rewind this again so you can let it hit. So you got Kenneka cousin at the front desk with the girl named T. They call her Swiper. You know, cause she cold cracking cars. That's why they got her to book the room. But this Kenneka cousin with the broad that's booking the room, and she's using somebody identity that's in New Jersey. And I don't think she's just really using nobody identity because Miss Teresa got family members in New Jersey. All right. Once you read these statements again, he said he saw 2 photos of himself at the party. Watch this. And he is with Wonky. I mean Winky. Hold on, where I'm at? One with bro. Oh yeah, look. Guess who he will be related to? Winky, Pucky, Juan, Kenneka cousin, man them. Now that's cold. I ain't never thought this man was related to. I read this and had this in one of my notes, and I said, "Wait a fucking minute, this the cousin." So watch this. Here go Miss Teresa talking like this.
Teresa, do you want to just tell us your name for the record for everybody who doesn't have your full name yet?
Yes, it's Teresa Martin. Teresa Martin. T-E-R-E. T is spelled T-E-R-E-A-S-A. Martin, M-A-R-T-E-N. Yes, and I'm Mother Kenneka Jenkins.
Teresa, tell us what you want to know. What happened to your daughter and what happened inside. Tell us kind of what you want to know your goal is.
My goal is to find out what exactly happened to my daughter. What exactly went on, and if whatever went on, could someone tell me? Help me get the information out.
Are you getting a bunch of different stories from friends and the police?
Yes, I'm getting a bunch of different stories from friends and the police.
Do you think something? I mean, do you kind of think what you know something might have happened? Do you kind of have an idea, or maybe in putting the timeline together as to what might have happened?
Yes, I have I have an idea that something might have happened. I believe it was foul play involved.
Do you have a theory about what happened? Do you think you know?
Yes, well, I think that someone knew it was an inside job. Someone knew what was going on.
Have you been able to view any of the videos that have surfaced on social media?
No, we was denied the fact that we were any videos.
Okay. So you don't know the people who were in those videos or who posted those videos? You don't know any of those people?
No. The videos, I'm sorry, you said which?
Did she just deny that she said you don't know any of these people in the video? That means the hotel surveillance footage and the Facebook Live. She don't supposed to know now one of them but Irene, right? But these all family members that's identified in the video. Notice her. Jalen Ford and Mano was in the car wreck, and Eugenia Walker is dead. And that said that happened Sunday at 2-something in the morning. Either way it go, Miss Teresa will be at the hotel allegedly at 2-something in the morning. And remind y'all, they even staged that wreck. Cause I'm like, if they was going to pick up Eugenia Walker and wreck before she got there, how she ended up in the wreck? We gotta go back into the Eugenia Walker, Jalen Ford, and Mano. That means 2 people died, and Miss Teresa this gonna be her nephew. That means if they her nephew, them her brother or her sister kids. Man, I didn't even think like that at first, but now you got to be, whoa, this is her nephews, and this is Kenneka cuz. That means them her brother, kids, or her sister kids. and you got your little nephew booking a room with a female that's associated with the family. So no wonder why these news reporter ain't asking about, well, look, who booked the room? If you say Irene, it was Irene party, you know what I'm saying, allegedly, but who booked the room? Whose name was on the room? Look.
There was a video from inside the hotel room, and there was another video of a young woman who was trying to say what she thought happened. Do you know any of those people?
Videos on Facebook.
A Facebook Live. A Facebook Live from when they was at the hotel party? Yes, yes,
Y'all watch this. Listen to the background. Please pay attention to this part. If you look at this lady's face, check this out. Look at it like this here. Oh, Miss Teresa, you know you busted now, cause we know that your family booked the room. We got access to the footage. We saw the individual, and they with certain individual. So we already got reports and all of this, you know, so they basically gonna know the whole story. So they job is to ask certain questions and stick into the script. That's why they ain't finna ask like who booked the room. They ask, did you know anybody in the room? She gonna say no, but Irene, right? Watch this.
those are their friends. That was her hotel party. Yes, Irene.
Have you spoken to her? What is she saying to the lady that did the video?
No, I haven't spoken to her.
Were these good friends of Kenneka's?
Yes, they was allegedly to be good.
Why you didn't speak to Irene yet? But you already did. Cause Irene got the phone, remember? And they brought it to the room, remember? And they went live on Kenneka's phone, remember? Check that out.
Good friend. But good friends, the definition of a good friend to me won't leave a friend.
Speak it to the story.
Everybody's side.
So what is the version that the investigators told you that might have happened? How did she end up there? What did the investigators think happened?
The investigators, they think that she walked into a cooler.
Do y'all hear that voice? Do that sound like Bigfoot in the background? The one that was like, yeah, there's no kitchen door. Wait a minute, bro. Do I need to show y'all this stuff? To confirm this stuff, bro. Man, I gotta go to the playlist on this so y'all can listen to be like, Trey Gang, you be catching on to the most simplest, small ass detail and you can whip ass with it. I'ma keep scrolling till I find that damn video of Miss Teresa talking to the employee, and they standing right there by the food. I mean, by the court. The food. What's that? The mall outlet out there. I don't know the name of, but why is she meeting up with the staff at the mall? At the mall, out of all places, and the mall is right across the street from the police station. So that means he related. So look, if you look at Puckett and we come to find out that he actually related to him, they even look alike. That's the crazy part about it. Guess who else he looked like? Lamont, Lamont. He look just like Lamont Record. Hold up. I don't want to get off track, but I got to go to Bigfoot. I think it's coming up, y'all. Hold on. Right here. Listen to the voice.
Yo, this lady went through the whole building. Kenneka Jenkins case.
Listen.
Tanya, she went through the whole building. She said there was no freezers downstairs in the basement. She's in the basement now where Kenneka Jenkins was. She jump on. Look, she gonna go in. Let's go.
See these? They won't open right there. You need a key card to get.
That's where she was at too, right there.
That's where she was. There's the phone.
Yep. Now go open that door. Go on the door over there.
Right there. You
So
need
what
a
I'm
key
saying
card.
is, you need a key card. Like, is it your hotel room?
I don't know. It's an employee. You gotta be employee because it's like a little.
Look at that. What is that?
Let me find another portion of this video because he talking all over the video and sounding too fruity. You know, I'm trying to listen to the lady voice on this, John. I know I got that John on her. It ain't that John. I know I got to say twice somewhere. Right, her. Bye, y'all.
It's not the one. That I don't know what that was, but
Listen to the voice.
see that I found that door, but I couldn't get in that door over there because it's locked.
All right.
What happened? How did she end up there? What did the investigators think happened?
The investigators.
See that?
So what is the version that the investigators told you that might have happened? How did she end up there? What did the investigators think happened?
Go back. You see how they got that black curtain?
I told the doors we went through the white doors. Yeah, that's what I told you. That's what they showing us on
The white doors right there.
Mom, look. I know I'm talking about what
Look
they,
at these white doors.
Yeah.
Go back over.
That's where it's at.
Go look right there. That is it. That's the doors
That's the door we went in, but they ain't showing us that door. That's the lower level. I mean, not the lower level. That's the regular
because there's
level.
another level down.
But that's the level up, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
that's
where the
it.
freezers
That's
are.
it.
I'm telling you, them the white doors. I
Yeah,
remember
that's
that.
it.
Them the white I went through that door. Watch, you're gonna see right now. I went through there. There's nothing there.
And look, now they got something right there covering. What's that black?
Look.
You could go through there?
Yeah, I went through there.
I'm telling you, I know them.
I went through there. There's nothing there. Watch. I went
was
into
a
this
freeze
room.
over there.
There's
The investigators.
So what is the version that the investigators told you that might have happened? How did she end up there? What did the investigators think happened?
The investigators, they think that she walked into a cooler, intoxicated, barely able to hold herself up, stand. But she needed a wall to support her stand. That she walked into a double cooler and slammed the door behind herself, both of the cooler doors behind herself, and lay, in a freezer and froze to death.
Do you buy that story?
No, I don't buy it.
How come?
So that means when that lady asked me Teresa, she's sticking to the script. Cause if you talking like this,
they sent you to. Come on.
Hurry up.
Miss Teresa, can you
See,
still
I went in here. Look.
Okay.
And there's a guy. Even a guy looked at me, and he didn't even.
And that's why she gonna be in the Caddyshack area, the private area, right? So when you think about this video, you gotta think about this when Miss Teresa was in submit mode when she asked this question.
Walked into stand, but she needed a wall to support her stand. That she walked into a double cooler and slammed the door behind herself, both of the cooler doors behind herself, and lay, in a freezer and froze to death.
Do you buy that story?
No, I don't buy it.
How come?
Because I work at USC in the cafeteria myself. And from me working in the USC cafeteria myself, I know for a fact from experience that the cooler doors that we work with, you got to use some muscles. And if she can't if she don't have enough strength to hold herself up.
Why nobody ain't asking, did your cousin them did your little nephew book the room, that little boy? They dress up like a woman. He live his life as a girl, not a boy, as a girl.
What do you want people to know about Kenneka?
Kenneka was my daughter. Kenneka was a beautiful person. everyone loved Kenneka. Kenneka would go out her way to make someone else happy. She always made sacrifices. If she could make you happy, she'd be happy.
Did you know she was coming to this hotel Friday?
I heard of the hotels, but I didn't know. She sacrificed because Irene called her and told her she should come to this party. So she sacrificed, like I said once again, her happiness because she wanted to go to the show. She changed her plans just to make her friend happy, her so alleged friend happy.
So Eugenia Walker just died, and if you making this video, then you got a nephew that's in the hospital. So you ain't mentioning the same person that booked the room with the fraudulent credit card on the camera that's in the hospital, and with another boy named Jalen Ford living this girl as a trans, and they ride with Eugenia Walker allegedly. Come on, bruh. So if they stick it to the script, nobody don't see this. They brothers. He related to Wonk and them, Man, and then they finna explain why you see all of them show up at 1 o'clock. We can look. The detective. Watch this. Hold on. They holler at Wonka during the investigation. We learned that Wonka was at the hotel party with brothers Pucky and Quan there, and they also blood cousins with Kenneka Jenkins. Wonka confirmed all of this information, and you know it's gotta be the truth. I asked Wonka to come, you know, I'm talking about, for an interview at Rosemont Police Station, you know, then with their brother and stuff, you know, Wonka stated that Puck and Quan would be at the station. Damn near when? Shit, like 3 o'clock to me. And they never showed up. But we already know that he related to Mano. Cause it go back to Winky, Juan, them, and Easy Brother, and they said they got pictures of them at the party. And this the person booked the room. Bam. Remember the Jalen Ford accident? And he supposed to be dressed up like Irene. Alright. So look. That means, according to these pictures, allegedly they supposed to be in a car wreck in Tucson in September the 10th at 2 something in the morning. All right. So you got pictures of the girl would be in the freezer at 12:22 a.m. Right? All right. Check this out. According to the complaint, watch this. Who complained on Reed? Watch this. The complaint stated that she last had contact this Kenneka sister. It would make sense that we now know that what was happening in Straight Drop Voice. Did it happen at 1:30 or 1:50? We got a 20 minute time gap before we get to 2 o'clock, right? Guess what Leonora basically said? Yeah, the victim, mother vehicle, the friend, hold on, They said the complaint also stated that the friends came back to the home allegedly at 4 o'clock. But I thought Miss Reese supposed to drop them off at 4:30, but we already got Shemaya's statement that she gonna be at a police precinct at 4 something in the morning, and they got police en route picking up her mama to bring her back to the Rosemont police station at 4:15 in the morning, because Shemaya is underage and they need a parent there to do any kind of interview. But when you listen to Mr. Reese, I got the call at 4:34. So now look. Then they say the room was booked with a fraudulent credit card in room 926. They go lead back to Kenneka cousin. That's how they got the room 926. It would make sense that she would be packed in the room with none but her family. You got Man in there. You got you got Pookie in there. Look at all the family members that's in TY live video. Check this out. Watch this. Hold on. Look. This crazy. Man, watch how the numbers finna go high with this shit. How many family members in this video? That ain't TY live video. Oh, the original John. And YouTube know what they be doing when they be doing this type of stuff. Cause normally when I just be in my little flow and be like, let me type TY live Kenneka Jenkins, and his live gonna show up automatic. But when I go live, it just, man, I got to go and, matter of fact, let me just go here to one of the goddamn. Might as well go here. Now look how many family members there will be in here. Check this out. Miss Reese said she don't know none of these people. Look, right here, you can stop it right here. How many family members there will be in this video, and we're gonna slow it down. Watch this shit, bro. That's the crazy part about it. Look, just count how many family members that's gonna be in here. Somebody gonna be dressed up like a trans in this video. That's the crazy part about it. How many family members in TY live video alone? That's why those YouTubers knew that, so that's why they were like, let's put a narrative on everybody in there. Let's say that's Kenneka, and she finna be choked out right here, and you finna see Tanasia finna go drug Kenneka. Look how many narratives they had in this one video, and this motherfucker TY live video, I think it's 4 minutes long. 4 minutes long. And then it's a video. This a video. Once you listen to the background, you'll be like, man, they done edit some more audio to this shit. Cause the people that when they show you, look, watch this. So when we got the video, this what Mr. Reese and Liranova want us to see between the hours 1 and 2 in the morning, going on 3. That's really 3 hours. And they scratched that girl to be in the room for 3 hours. Instead of, yeah, the girl just showed up, you know what I'm saying? Just say the girl showed up, boom, 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 and dipped right back out that joint. And they got it on video, right? And then when they got it on video, they got what they need on the video. Cause when it come to the lobby, right here, bam, she gonna come back in, meet up with dude. Ooh wee. Cause if you look at how the way her hairstyle is, they might got us thinking like, oh, you know her hair was braided, you know what I'm saying, like in the bun. And that's why 54 gave her the name Ball Balls, right? But if you go to this video, look at her hair. Just look at her hair. Now you see that look, boom. Now you see the hair. Boy, now you see the hair. Now you mean to tell me Kenneka got all of her just, you know what I'm saying? Hold up. Skip it a little bit. You heard the manager. So if the manager came to the door, you gotta know what time this is. So that means when Kenneka first showed up, she gonna show up in the room when they in there. When Kenneka first showed up, you got T.Y. live video. When T.Y. came in behind Kenneka, boom, 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 he went live. Yeah, she in the room. Yeah, it's finna go down. Right? They got this on the video. Then you get the Irene live after his live video, cause that's finna go on one song. That's what they want y'all to think, but so if Livernoris said, no, I didn't have no contact with no Kenneka at 1:30, but on print, you had Kenneka, you allegedly supposed to have contact with Kenneka at this time. And let's see what your family was doing at 1 something in the morning. Right? Watch this, y'all. Look. That's Livernoris with the statements at 1 something. Watch this. If you go, whose statement this is right here? Blank said he attended the party at 1:30. Oh, did we see Irene? I mean, not Irene, but Livernoris in the lobby before Kenneka showed up. And when Kenneka showed up, her brother, she showed up with her brothers and other family members, you know what I'm saying? And this round 1:30, right? And then, you know, the cousins, look, he proceeded to the hotel with his cousin TT. Now, when you see family members, guess who they are related to? Kenneka Jenkins. So look how many family members you see on the video. That's crazy. That's why they said, cause look how this gonna show. When I show y'all, look, y'all, this the real 1 o'clock on the footage. Think about Tayzon. They say the police was up there too. And remember, you know what I'm saying? Everything what they said, yeah, once some they said when we get hungry around by this time, we could come to that private area and get our pizzas and sandwiches. You know? Look what it read. So look. If you look at this, confirm this at 1:30, look, check this out. At some point around 1, they ain't say starting from 1. They said some point around 1. Around 1 mean 1 something, right? So think about 1:30, like Straight Drop said, and this between the hours of 1:30 and 1:50, and guess who you see? Oh, yeah. Boom, boom, boom. So that would let you know who was outside the room when Kenneka was outside the room. Family members and friends. And they always said Kenneka had another sister, and she looked identical like Susan. And I want to know what's her real name, because everybody know I found out Miss Teresa had 3 daughters, Leonora, Kenneka, and Kenesha. So look.
Teresa, what's the next step for you so you can get some closure to finding out him?
To pray that the police department reach out to me and let me know what exactly happened. And
Can you clarify? It seems that the first time that a police officer came to see the surveillance video, is it true he has stated to you guys that he did not see Kenneka coming in?
yes, with the first, the very.
The same lady that's asking these questions is the same lady talking in this video.
See nothing. He didn't say anything.
You're in the kitchen.
Uh-huh.
Is this what?
This is all the kitchen. That's it. No freezers or nothing in here. See?
Oh, they took all the freezers out?
There's nothing in there of any
Wait,
type of
did the
freezers.
freezer look mobile
And this is the
to
back
y'all?
door.
It's stainless steel.
It's a mobile
help us.
See,
freezer.
now I'm coming back
no,
out.
it's not mobile.
It's not mobile.
No,
Okay.
it's not.
So now I'm coming back out, and I'm gonna go back through the other way.
Yeah, it's implanted within the walls. We have freezers just like this freezer at our job.
But they have safety latches, so if you're inside of the freezer,
You can pop it open. It's a white button in there, and you just pop it. Yeah.
And it's a big white button.
You cannot miss it. You cannot miss it. It's a big button.
okay,
And it's real easy to just pop. It's not hard or anything.
because you went in the freezer.
I went
And
inside
that's where
the
they say she
freezer.
froze it.
So we're gonna show you guys her going into the freezer in 1 second. A freezer, and inside of the freezer is some buttons that you just.
Oh, I
push.
didn't get that part.
didn't get
No, I didn't get the button part. I mean, I went inside.
So even if she didn't get it, many of us are hearing the same account that there are safety latches on the freezer to come out of it if you get inside of it.
Even when you freeze, like if you walk in there, like if I'm hot, I'm trying to like.
See, then I turned around and went
It ain't
back.
gonna close behind the
And
steps.
not one time did they stop me at all.
I'm gonna press that button to get back up.
Exactly. You can't see. Exactly.
As soon as you feel some air, you're gonna get cold.
Exactly.
This is the one where I went in.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is it. This
looks
is
like
it.
the button glow in the dark.
This is it? What am I
It
looking at?
honestly looked like the button glow in the dark.
Okay, this is the hallway, right?
Yeah.
No, but I'm telling you.
on the wall for a light.
And walking down.
It's too dark.
Exactly.
And if I'm drunk and I go in a dark room, like what the fuck is going on? Who else in this room? I'm gonna try to find out if somebody else in this room.
You trying to hide your phone?
Yeah, because somebody was walking by.
Okay.
And then when they leave, I bring it back up.
Okay.
I'm suspicious. You can't tell me not to have been through that. I didn't even have them.
Oh, then back here, there's another way. And all in here, you need keys in order to get to the lower level.
Boyfriend
So you have to have a key.
See these? They won't open right there. You need a key card to get to them elevators to go down there.
That's where she was. There's the phone. Look at the floor.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Right there,
So
you need
what
a
I'm
key
saying
card.
is you need a key card. Like, is it your hotel room key?
I don't know. It's an employee. It got to be an employee because it's like a little tiny key. You stick in the thing. And this, I don't know what the fuck that was. And then that wire goes all the way to this elevator. Look, follow it, and it goes all the way to that elevator right there. But all the other elevators, you need like a little key in order to get. You see down there on the bottom, these things down here. You need a little key to open it in order to get in and out.
Okay.
See, that's the elevator. No cameras nowhere in there.
There is no cameras.
No cameras nowhere in the elevators.
Okay. What about when you said you saw a red light?
The red light?
Friday we are up here at 5:30. I mean, yeah, start coming at 5:30, but we're gonna kick everything off at about 6:37.
Right here. There's the red light. See the red light right there?
The red light
That's the red light with the camera on.
So it shows the cameras on.
And that's going into the kitchen.
That's going in the kitchen. I'm gonna go inside now.
So these are 2 doors leading into the kitchen.
You can go this way, you can go this way. At that end, you can go that way. There's so many entrances.
Okay.
This is me going in the kitchen now.
That's a huge kitchen.
This is the walkway. This is another part of the kitchen this way. Part of the kitchen. All the coolers. You see all the freezers?
Oh, those are all
Those are all the
freezers.
freezers.
Jesus Christ.
Look at how many freezers are right there.
That is a lot of freezers.
And ones I were tugging on, I couldn't get them open because they had padlocks on them. See, all them are freezers all the way down. From that beginning to the other end of the hallway, them are all freezers right there.
Okay, so
And then this is the other part coming to the other way of the kitchen.
So look, once you read the reports, go to these reports. Now look, once you look at all the timestamp on these reports, right? Let's go over this stuff. Cause this is what we know now. Miss Teresa denied everything.
First original missing person report. He stated to my daughter that
I didn't recognize her on the camera.
And what night was the party?
yes.
Do you have a message to anyone out there who may have been at the party and knows something, or may have known someone who was at the party and knows something? Do you have a message to those people?
Yes. If anyone know anything in regards to Kenneka, please, I beg you, let me know something.
You don't know anybody in the room, but please, if you know something, I beg you to please help me and tell me what you know. And these the same family member. Now you see the role that Miss Teresa playing? Ooh-wee. Now you see why the news media out there and recording this stuff, cause Miss Teresa flipping the script. That's crazy, bruh. Look, you on camera, you know what I'm saying? Now you look, you doing right, but you know what I'm saying? The way that you doing it is gonna come back on you. If y'all wanna know, if you really wanna open this case back up, boy, let everybody wake up, be like, well, shit, Miss Teresa. First, let's start from the beginning. When they come to the room. And when they come to the room, all the reports said, boom, they booked the room with the fraudulent credit card. So you don't know none of these people. But this your nephew and this lady right here was standing next to you at the protest. And then once the protest started figuring it out, like little scam y'all got going on, That's the reason why you had to call the protests off. That's how fast the public was picking on it. Because the people they're going to pick on is the first one is who? Chicago. That's why everybody reached out to Trey Gang in the beginning. And everybody from Chicago said this to her. Man, the girl was really sold Trey Gang. This is real shit. She was sold to these people. And I'm like, man. And they were organ harvest. I'm like, for real? Like, damn. You know what I'm saying? And I never witnessed shit like this before. So, you know, I heard about it a few times, but I ain't know like this, like real life type shit. It was like, it's true. Remember what, look. So that's what Miss Teresa got to start out right here by. This one thing she can't answer this. Miss Teresa, is that your nephew at the front desk booking the room with this lady right here? It's the only thing that we need to confirm. It's already confirmed in the police report. I just want to hear it out your mouth. I want the public to hear this. Don't the public want to know this answer here? We need an answer to this question. And I know you ain't gonna answer it, so they're gonna make you really, you know what I'm talking about. You already suspect, like, you know, you already guilty, but I hope this opened a lot of people's eyes that in the beginning, Miss Reese said she don't even know these people. The news ain't trying to ask her about, hey, we know about the fraudulent credit card. Was it was fraudulent? Now, I won't think it was fraudulent, you know what I'm talking about? I believe they was like, yeah, go in there and use my credit card, you know what I'm talking about? Booked the little room and gave it to their little nephew, and whoever booking the room gave them a fraudulent credit card and hooked her ass up. You see what I'm saying? It was like, yeah, use this card. I'm gonna stamp your name on it, just make it look legit, you know that. But then again, these bastards using the same address that you can link back Mr. Reese if you do a background check. That's all I'm saying. Then you'll be like, well, this shit wasn't just really it really wasn't even no fraudulent credit card. It just had somebody's address on there and a name and information that you could goddamn it do a background check on and get back to Mr. Reese and be like, wait a minute, Mr. Reese, so shit, now we know how New Jersey connected. And the same people that from New Jersey, they got another room on the 9th floor. Y'all remember all those? The same credit card not only will book from room 926, but it booked every room on the 9th floor. So not only that she used the credit card, that means she got to book room 930, 926. Wait. Boy, you mean to tell me you had a book damn near 6 rooms on top of the 9th floor? Sound like somebody in the family got some money, be like, yeah, you know, yeah, put my card down, you know. Man, thumb me up if it's hitting different right now. I just want to make some noise in these YouTube streets and get me back in the algorithm, Jack. Cause I don't want nobody losing touch with Kenneka. I feel like if I don't go live every day, you know what I'm saying, man, I believe the people mind will slip and go back to this bullshit. I made a promise. To Kenneka, bro. And I said, man, I'm going to do whatever it takes to expose these bastards. I want to know what the truth. I got to go live every day. I go live every hour. That's what I signed up for this shit, bro. Until I get it right. Cause check this out. It's going to be one of those Trey Gang lives that, man, is going to draw everybody together. And I believe it. And I believe it. Cause everything what I said, you gotta thumb me up when I say this. Trey Gang narrative never even changed. When Trey Gang said, look, knock an hour off, 1 hour, and listen to my narrative. Then I'm like, wait a minute, y'all. Man, we gotta knock this bitch off 2 hours. Narrative still the same, 2 hours. And I'm like, wait a minute, damn. Not only knock the hour off 2 hour footage, look what it's exposing now. Guess what it's exposing? Balls, 1 o'clock in the kitchen. So what else is exposing? Oh, they were preparing food and sandwiches when Kenneka was walking through the private area, not on the lower level, but in Bill Mary's kitchen. So they're just one side to the other side. And they scratched it out with like, well, she walked in this kitchen and ended up in that kitchen. Man, y'all hype me up in the chat and man, look, this the perfect time to hype me up right now. Boost me up in the chat. Trey Gang keep spilling tea. Man, y'all be the jumper cables. Pull up. Pull up on me. I already got my hood popped up, goddammit. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Put the sparks on me. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, hold on, Trey Gang. You just get in the car. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna, hit my joint. I'm gonna rev the engine a little bit. Nying, nying. Depends on what you got. If you got a Hellcat, that motherfucker, you know, if you got a supercharger on that motherfucker, when you hit that bitch. But if you got that little Hyundai, that little Kia, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. But we still on the same frequency. It gonna light me up, gang. Shit, matter of fact, the dashboard lighting up. Hold on, let me turn this hoe over one time, right? Shit, we got a cold start. So now look. Now check this out, right? Listen to this. Just explained it. Let's watch and listen to Miss Teresa roll. Ain't she sticking to the script? Ain't this sticking to the script?
They're not.
Look how everybody just quiet. Y'all ain't noticed that? Look how everybody just quiet, cause they don't even know what the fuck to ask next. It's so awkward right now. Cause check this out. If you just play like you know the truth right now. Just say like, yeah, I know the truth. Just act like you know, right? Now you see how silent it is when they ask to this question and they got silent.
Help me.
Watch this.
Someone who was at the party and knows something, give a message to those people?
Yes. If anyone know anything in regards to Kenneka, please, I beg you, let me know something.
Watch how silent it's finna get. Time it.
How much is your family holding up?
They're not.
Boy, that's cold. How your family holding up? Look. Boy, they don't even look. You see how boy, that's a moment. Cause look, if you listen at the questioning, look at the questioning. Hey, do you know any people that's on the footage and the cell phone footage? No. I know Irene though. They ain't asking who booked the room, cause they gonna leave back to Kenneka nephew, gay ass little Mano. And he brothers with Pucky one, and you know what I'm saying, they came in the kitchen. This is coincidence that everybody accused man in the black hoodie being in the kitchen with Kenneka. Don't they sound like brotherly setup, right? So boom, they know not to ask that question about who booked the room, cause everybody gonna see this on the video. So she gonna deny this shit. So she denied everything. Now I don't know none of this shit. I just know I heard of her other hotels, and I don't know none of this shit. And when she making this video, goddamn it, Mano is in the hospital. Jalen Ford is locked up, and Eugenia Walker died, and they staged a crime scene. No mention about that. Other people that was at the party, and they other news is covering this. We all saw the news there at what time filming the tow truck picking up the wreckage. The same news media outlet, right? Same news media outlet. So once you read this, pow. Next report. Once you go to the next report, read this as you listening to Miss Teresa. Now, you got Wonky, Quan, you know what I'm saying? You know, Quan, One, Winky, Man, all of them. And guess what they all said? Look, hold on. Where is it right quick? Oh, the cousin pot. I know it's round back here. And guess who they gonna mention? Kenny Martin, Kenneka brother. They was also on the goddamn footage. That's who with Kenny Star. I mean, what's his name? Kenny? You know what I'm saying? Kenny Tar? Yeah. And guess who Kenneka gonna be with Kenneka? Because that's what they say. Yeah, she was celebrating a new job. Blam, Dated Bird. Kenneka Susu gonna be there. Bam. And Kenny gonna be there. That's why they added those in the report. They would just want you to believe that Kenny and Martin were locked up at the time, and basically he was already out on the footage. And it's funny, on the 7th, when you go on Kenneka Jenkins page, on the 7th, and you got Kenneka doing the shout out to the brother, be like, yeah, free my brother, you know, type shit, and it's on the 7th. So watch this. Everybody there. Boom, Mano said he was in the car, Rick, and he was at the hospital at the time when the police were talking to him. Man, so that means the police will be talking to the man before goddamn it Jalen Ford got arrested. Cause what Jalen Ford statement at? That's kind of funny. Or do we got Jalen Ford name upon the another name? Cause Jalen Ford, you know what I'm saying? If you just look, check this out. Read this. Bam. They all related, right? And they said they got pictures of them at the party of that night. With his brother now. With Winky, Juan, Quan. Bam, go to this report. He was the one with the girl. I already read that. This another John. Yeah, this the same John. Go to this John. Here we go. Here we go Wonky. Same shit. Fucking Quan. They also blood cousin with Kenneka. Right? Then you got the Jalen Ford shit. Bam. Then you got this lady right here looking like Kenneka. We can't figure this shit out, but we got to be like, damn, why her picture out of 1 million people, her picture came up and was like, yeah, man, you know, Kenneka had a twin sister. And then when you look on Kenneka obituary and be like, yeah, she did have a sister. So that means Miss Teresa had really 3 daughters. Leonora, Kenneka, and Kanisha. Nobody ain't never saw Kanisha. Three daughters and a son. 3 daughters and a son. So that means Miss Teresa got a daughter out here that nobody can't identify. Hold on. Exit out of this shit. And go to this. Yeah, I already showed that. When French K said, yeah, round 3 round 3, he got a call over the radio and said it was 3 girls roaming the halls on the 9th floor. And they said they were checking those to those. If they were checking the those to those, they weren't just knocking on people's doors for nothing. Every room they knocked on, it related back to the goddamn credit card and booked the rooms. 927, 930. See that? When they said boom, look what it looked like now. Oh, okay, damn. So that same room, it wasn't no noise complaint. Everybody in that room that's gonna be on that fraudulent credit card, allegedly, is gonna link back to family member. And that's one of the secrets too. Cause they go back to the same credit card, and French K will be bumping through the hallway at the time when Kenneka come up missing, and one of them said they were looking for her sister. Wow. You got the whole family on surveillance footage. And all this will be going on 1 o'clock. So that means when you go back to TY live video and Irene live video, you're going to be like, damn, that's why Miss Teresa wants y'all to believe that 1, 2 hours she will be in the room going on 3, make it 3 hours. She done scratched this shit out to 3 hours. Now you see her on the video to match this up with 3. So it won't look so suspicious at 1 something. Next. Front desk. Once you read this, front desk, they done said it's a female black wearing a Walmart uniform, all this New Jersey driving license. Bam, bam, bam. And check this out. You want to know who she really actually is? Miss Teresa family member. Quita Watkins. And so look, what they did is use an address that linked back to New Jersey, back to the family member. Somebody that's getting money, cause look, if you look at all the rooms, they booked out one credit card. If you book room 926 on the 7th, all the way to the 10th, and look at the bill. Now calculate that the same when it comes to room 924, because room 924 is next to room 926, and it was booked off the same credit card too. So if you add that bill up and then look at the shopping they were doing on the credit card, on the west side, spending money, stopping at the liquor store, all this shit on the west side, and you can see they traveling like damn. And see, like, this person came from out of town. Like Mr. Teresa said, yeah, you know, one of these people in Kenneka Farms, you can leave one back to New York and one back to New Jersey. I know Mr. Teresa finna wear her bloomers at this point. Cause once you put that together with this, and she saying this.
For fuck's sake, if I see one more TikTok creator say, oh, this is only $6 and then the goddamn shipping is $10.
Where she went, you got every corner covered in this facility right here. I'm not buying that. You just seen her walk. If you could secure the perimeters out here.
Everybody ignoring about the family booking the room. I told y'all I went live and I said, y'all, I didn't know that I could link this girl back to the Martin family. And I did a background check just to test the public, be like, I want to know anybody gonna do a background check on Miss Teresa. So I said, let me go live and I'ma just show a background check and I'ma do it live. No video and nothing. I'ma do it live and I'ma click on this shit. And I said, look, y'all see it go back to Shaquita Watkins. I said, damn, y'all, look, it's going back to Shaquita Watkins. And I was like, look, y'all, I'm linking this shit back to New Jersey. I got video right now. I can instantly go back to my live probably like a month ago and can link this shit back to Tracy Martin. Tracy Martin. When it comes to Trayvon Martin in Miami, Florida and all of those stuff, I showed the world live that I click on this shit live. Real time and like, look, I'm just finna show y'all, look, boom. I thought like, damn, if I show, they go Tracy Martin, link back to the Martin. That's where you finna get the Trayvon. I mean, Jermaine Jackson. Once you look up Tracy Martin, you finna go back to everybody in Trayvon family on the west side. And look, and guess where Trayvon was coming from? Georgia. And moving to Florida. And Miss Teresa got family in Florida. Miss Teresa is a Martin. Trayvon Martin is a Martin. Right? So then you got Andrew Holmes know the truth and was like, look, this shit so big business, goddamn it. Man, look, Where that freeze at? Why is this?
Everybody coming in and out. And I know you got every corner covered in here with the money that's generated in this establishment right here. You know who walked with her, you know when she walked out, and you know who walked in that room.
And check this out. And he know that's the family on the footage. His job was to come and protect the family and draw the distraction on the hotel. Like, yeah, show the footage, because they finna give us an edited footage with a narrative that's finna rule the Kenneka Jenkins. It's gang activities, and you know, this shit had to do something with they catching Kenneka slipping, you know what I'm saying, and they finally called him at the hotel, and then when they got there and it went down, like, yeah, you bitches shut the fuck up, yeah, give me Kenneka, and we finna have sex with her and all this old shit, then give her back and make the Martin family look like pumping, like, don't kill us type shit. Cause it all boiled down Bill Mary, Caddyshack, and this finna expose Herman, trafficking, organ harvesting when they first caught Dr. Radburn in the biggest organ harvesting case in Chicago, dealing with David Freeman. So, and you got FBI Andrew Holmes. Nobody look in Chicago. They know Andrew Holmes is an FBI agent. Yeah, and he worked with the police department, and he a private investigator. Because you can read news articles about his status way before Kenneka Jenkins. How many Teresa don't know him? Talking about he just popped out the blue. But he investigated in some cases dealing with the family in other viral cases. That's all I'm gonna tell y'all, bro. Don't it make a little sense? But when they told us foreigners, cause we know we ain't from Chicago, so you ain't living in Chicago right now, we foreigners. They made Andrew Holmes look like he just an activist and he wanna find out what happened to Kenneka, and he a private investigator. And we like, all right, Andrew Holmes, yeah, give us some tea. You here for us? Talk, nigga.
First thing they should be doing, after the remains was discovered, even with the information that's coming in through social media, get in contact with everyone that was inside that room and haul them down there to the station and let them tell their accountability and let the chips fall where they lay. Because
now we know that we family members involved. Listen to this.
They have the information to resolve this. There's no need of playing around. You was here, ain't no need of running. Your social media that you putting out there, it's been saved. Both my police department have it already, so just come forward. Don't keep calling the mother and the family, telling them what happened. Go over there and tell the detectives what's happened, and let's close this case. Because someone in that room, maybe 2, 3, or 4,
now you see why he ain't saying, yeah, we need to get to the bottom of that. Who booked this goddamn room for something to be in her drink? Because I seen her stumbling coming out the room. Let's see who drugged her drink. First of all, who booked the goddamn room? Nobody ain't talking about that at this point. Not right now. Not right now. Nah, don't talk about this shit. Hype us up. Yeah, what the fuck you mean, Andrew Holmes?
Or maybe all of them know the key to what happened to this baby.
Yeah.
I'm just like the mother. I'm not buying too much. She walked into that freezer. If she walked into that freezer with the money that's accumulated out here, you got the surveillance out here, and
Show
to
it.
that.
Tell me
Yes,
that.
sir. Stop jumping to the conclusion she walked in there. Yes,
Boy, that boy on his best performances. Show that shit. Got us all hyped up. Yeah, show that shit. And then when he said show that shit, check this out. When he hyping everybody up, including me, cause I'm like, yeah, I wanna know, goddamn it. Hold on, y'all, my bad. Did I put it? Hold on. Right here, let me go to this. Hold on, nah, not that one. Damn, I need the original live video. Let me go to this one.
Yeah, trying to keep y'all okay. Just fuck with just on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Ain't just so the time fucked up. I know it. Go.
Look.
Put something out there, you throw a story out there. So, what y'all saying that? Andrew, talk to us about the facts.
Facts.
This is, and I want everybody to be prepared.
So he changed his whole narrative, show the video, then when he get the video, listen to this shit.
In the lobby. Benefits is now.
Put some in her drink. The toxicology would show. So that's very important, and we're waiting for that. But she did walk into that elevator.
That's why he mentioned the drink in the cup, because guess what Mr. Risa pulled out that video? Oh, somebody drugging Kenneka. There you can see it in TY live video talking about what it is. And Tanasia coming out the bathroom. And all this is Mr. Risa put that shit out. Guess what Andrew Holm be like, yeah, we need to find out what's in the cup. Meaning that since you put that out there, Kenneka would never drug. But they all admit she just had one cup cause she don't drink no more. They try to get her to drink alcohol, so that's why they need the video to show. Oh, you see Kenneka right there drinking out the cup in TY live video. I'm telling y'all, bro, this shit crazy, bro. So this how Andrew Holmes was striking back at Miss Teresa. Look, you put videos out there. You got the public. Look, we doing good. You got TY live video. You got Irene live video. You got everybody still believing she in the room at a certain point in time. That's good, because that's covering up for the hotel. Because when we see them on the footage, it make it look like they were searching for her, according to your video, Irene and Miss Teresa on Kenneka Farm and all this old shit with Crown Plaza Hotel footage. That's going good. But the minute when it go wrong, when Miss Teresa feel like she getting snaked, it was like, well, look, I'm finna tell the world y'all was cleaning out the pool at this certain point of time. And I'm finna tell the world that, man, my daughter actually died on the 9th, and y'all got me thinking she died on the 10th. And keep this in mind, why would you say you found out 2 years later if your daughter died in a hot ass freeze? You mean that she'll be in the hot ass freezer for 21 hours before she died? So that means she will be dying right when they find her in the freezer? You see what I'm saying? And if the freezer was on, man, they later gonna die in the goddamn in the next 5 to 10 minutes in the freezer. 15 minutes at the most, breathing free on. Passing out, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like you on the mountain, like, yeah, cold selling in, you know what I'm talking about? None of that type of stuff. So once you go back and start reading, okay, this is where New Jersey come in at. Once you think about New Jersey, look who would be from New Jersey. Look. Front desk stated that they were scheduled to work bound. This is gonna let you know who booked the room. On the 11th floor, Sergeant Peninsula used binoculars. Whoa, wait a minute. Also, look, when he come back to this shit, look, I spoke with Blank that was in room 927, who he said he heard people in the hallway that night before and didn't see nothing suspicious. And he also, look, they also spoke with a person in room 928 about they heard people in the hallway but didn't see anything suspicious. So basically the people that the police interviewing is who? Family members. Family members. On the same credit card. Room that was booked, and they got the receipts on her. Every room that was booked on the credit card. Why the police in the room then were like, yeah, we called about a noise complaint. Hey, it was round about 2 something in the morning. You know, I called they too loud. Yeah, then I had to call before 2 something at 12 something because they was too loud, and then they was still bugged. Then at 2 something I called and I told them about the noise complaint, and after 2 o'clock I ain't heard nothing no more. Look, you can read this. Now you see how this finna link back to the 13th floor? And then they said, oh yeah, she observed Kenneka Jenkins on the video at 1:30. Thumb me up right now if I go to Straight Drop and Greg Hughes video, say, yeah, what happened at 1:30, 1:50? And guess what? The front desk will observe. We observed Kenneka Jenkins at 1:30 on the lower level area of the hotel. Not the lower level, but the Caddyshack private area of the hotel. And then look, entering through a employee area. That means at some point in time she probably walked downstairs to that lower level area. And they took Kenneka Jenkins, they said, yes, they showed us entering into the employee area in the basement. In the basement. So this finna make a whole lot of sense now. Cause y'all remember when Livernoris said, yeah, we called the hotel back because we saw Kenneka on the 13th floor, not the 11th floor. Mitch Reese and them, you know, remember Mitch Reese said, yeah, we were looking on the 11th floor. Keep this in mind. That's where, when French K said, that's where all the train is going to be at. And Kenneka came in there at once upon a time. And I went and I made, look, check this out, y'all. I made 1 million views on that goddamn letter because French K said the 11th floor, that's where a lot of boys at. The trans and Kenneka, don't y'all ooh, wait, this touching my soul right now. I got the letter And the letter is clearly said, yeah, Trey Gang, look, it was dudes in the black hoodie. Two dudes in the black hoodie, both of them in black hoodie and one in the red hoodie. So boom, there's 3 dudes. They said there's gonna be with Kenneka and all them family members the whole time. Then Friends K said they took them to the 11th floor where all the trainers at. So you mean to tell me they took her on the 11th floor where all the trainers at? So now I gotta think about this. Cause he dressed up like a trans too on the 11th floor. So this could be on the 11th floor and he with Jalen Ford and Eugenia Walker gonna be there too? Shit. Hold up. Make it so bad. Bro, I'm finna hit hard with this shit. Cause let's think about that 11th floor. Guess what Marco News said about the 11th floor? Oh man, I'm finna hit y'all hard with this. Let me go to when I got that letter when he said about this. Hold up. My thoughts on breaking news on Kenneka. Oh look, let's go to the Jalen Ford. Now check this out. Y'all see the title on this? Hostile situation at Irene Pot. Look who got with Jalen Ford. Keep this in mind. We already know now that Mano is related to Kenneka and Wonkin them, right? And then you got Jalen Ford, and you got Jalen Ford, right? Dressed up like Irene. And then what we found out now about, look what was going on the 11th floor. That's why Marco was talking like this. Shit.
Broke his spine. And Jalen Ford only walked away with 3 scratches on his head. Ain't that something? First, let's start with the picture to the far left, which is Jalen Ford. We see the bruises on Jalen Ford's head. Now, mind y'all, we just saw the whole aftermath of the car crash. Now, they want us to believe, trust me when I say this, y'all, they want us to believe that Eugenia Walker died in that crash, and a second passenger broke his spine, and Jalen Ford only walked away with 3 scratches on his head. Ain't that something?
And check this out. That's why Marco and King Rodney were hard on Jalen Ford because they know Jalen Ford is linked back to Mr. Reese's nephew, Mano, that booked the rooms with other family members. And that's what 11 Flow come in that when Frank K said, yeah. Kenneka brought me snatching the elevator, went on the 11th floor with the trans room. On the 11th floor till they went to 6th floor and met up with all guys.
And after this short live, y'all go back and watch the video of how the car looked. Ain't no way with the way that car looked. Y'all mean to tell us with the way that vehicle looked that Jalen Ford was supposedly been driving, that's all he walked away with them 3 scratches on his head? And then we see the obvious bruises that's on Kenneka. But I'm finna show y'all something. Watch this. Now look at the video to the far right. I'm finna show y'all a hostile situation that we've been looking at. And again, y'all, like I said, we misread, overlooked, and misinterpret everything. Now check this out. When I say it was a hostile situation, it was a hostile situation. That's exactly what it was. It was a hostile situation. We know people was fighting. People got hurt. Police was called. Ambulance was called. And by the end of the night, the goddamn coroner was called. But let's focus in on this video real quick.
Yeah, everybody comes.
Now, what y'all seeing on the screen?
No, I think
that is a couple people from the party leaving. Notice this girl right here. She's fired up. She turned up. Y'all know how they say she turned. She charged. You can tell she charged. Watch her body movement. She charged. It's playing in slow motion, but just look at it. See, I'm going to go back just a little bit because the girl that's walking next to her appears to be trying to calm her down, talk her like, you know, probably, girl, chill out. Let that go. But look. She charged. She talking her little talk. And now she stopped the other girl. Is to saying something to her. Now she stopped, turn around. Now, notice the girl that's holding the towel up to her head is coming into focus now, into the camera. But when she gets so far, and by the way.
So, you gotta think about Mano, cause when you think about Mano, he gonna be dressed up like a girl at this time, and they got pictures of him dressed up like a girl. That's why they call him a transsexual. Cause he didn't come in as a boy at the time when the murder happened. That's what Jalen Ford finna come in at. You see what I'm saying? And this Kenneka cousin won't even make sense when Frank K said she went upstairs with a bunch of transsexual, and these actually her cousin, pucking them and everybody, the relative. Frank K exposed that. The man exposed that. So that means, look, she went to the room. Look, at some point in time, they got her on the room on the 11th floor. It's a video that been recorded that we never saw on the 11th floor. You see what I'm saying? It's a video that we never saw, but if you listen closer, what you think Marco's saying? And he was a part of it. Look, he's a part of this shit, right? So look, when Miss Teresa got out of line, why you think he dry snitching on the trans? Cause they the one that booked all of this shit through family members.
The person that's standing on the side of the girl that's holding her head, I believe that's Jalen Ford. I believe that's Jalen Ford with the hat on his head. Had to cover his head up because he just had on a Irene wig, whatever you want to call it. But soon as the girl that's holding the towel on her head walks up, the girl that went ahead in the black, she lost focus of wherever they was going or what they was doing and turned back and go right back to the girl. Now y'all watch. And come on, we're gonna break this thing down real quick because it don't take long. I told y'all we seeing things we viewing this stuff from the different side of our brain now. At first, when it happened, we was going through it on another side of the brain. But now, 2 years and some change later, we investigating this thing from a different side of the brain and a different side.
So now look, like he said, now look at what this look like at 150. 150. Guess who takes back Kenneka phone? And guess who they dealing back? All family member that Miss Teresa denied. Look.
Let me ask you this question. You sure that it had to be an employee key card to get that elevator to work?
Definitely.
Okay.
See, now this is another part of the kitchen. This is the back door. Nothing there.
You got Eddie back too. You got Eddie back.
And then
I'm gonna come back because there's another kitchen on this side over here. Watch.
now what about a freezer? I saw you going to a freezer.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna do that on here?
Mm-hmm. See, I'm gonna get into this kitchen now. This is the other kitchen where I think she was stumbling around. They said.
How many kitchens do you think it is?
I went through 5 kitchens.
5 kitchens.
I really don't mind delete nobody, but
See, now I'm going into this one. That's the freezer. Watch, I open it. I don't know if I opened that one or the other one.
It's a latch. Open the freezer.
I opened it. Yeah. See, and on the
Now watch this video. Now look. What do this look like? I want to know, do y'all peep the game? What date and time this would be? What date and time this would be when they said, yeah, we filming a movie. We don't want nobody down here in this area between what time? Look, just look, and then look. If you look at all the timestamps that was skipped on September the 9th, match this up with September the 9th, and look what time it will be skipping, and match the time skip up with that. Gotta match it up with the time skip, and you'll be like, God damn, Trey Gang. This would look like September the 9th, round 2 something in the morning. But this ain't when they found Kenneka though. That ain't when they found Kenneka though. That lets you know the wood doors wasn't even up yet. So if you look at this at September the 9th. And that's when Kenneka would be getting her organs done, and the police would be like, yeah, look, boom, go down here, cause that's when everybody go, look, if it's 4 o'clock, watch this. Guess what Shemaya will be at, taking a report of the police. So don't this look like when Miss Teresa would be telling me, I got the call at 4:34, and you know what I'm saying, and all this old shit, right? And I dropped child off, so y'all can't say. And this will be going on at the hotel. Pay y'all. Ain't that some cold shit? No. Do it all over again. Ain't this some cold shit? Look. This can't be September the 10th. Look. Boom, you need a cleanup crew. That's why the cleanup crew will be there at 2:33 in the morning. Oh, that's why they said stage at the back. Do I need to play the audio call with this call? Was you seeing on this footage? Now you'll be like, damn, Trey Gang, because the kitchen footage is totally different from this footage. Look. 2:33. Kenneka ain't even in the kitchen yet. So do they look like they found the body or they finna stage the motherfucker? Yeah. At 2:30. Look what this it look like at 2:30 at night. Go back to Kenneka. Look, watch this. Man, I'm finna go back to the Kenneka calls. Hold up. Here we go again. Go to this one. Go to this call. And let me go to a time frame. They're gonna match that call. So everybody can see this shit live. I'm gonna keep skipping this bit.
Come to the rear of the by the loading dock and stage back there.
Stage?
Come through auto.
Come through auto.
All the way to the front of the building.
They said 12:39. Look. What time?
I'm gonna get rid of this fire portable. I'll be on the police van.
Oh, what this footage was showed then? At the same time, we finna get rid of this fire portable. And you got what? No wonder. Shit, with the chief? With the chief.
Our message received.
Shit.
One 156. 156. We copy. We're with. We're in route. Message received. Roseman 156. Back in quarters. Message received.
Now look, they said 320.
Truck 158 back in quarters.
They will be at 5 in the morning.
Message received. Go ahead, sir. Can you come out here and meet
Deputy Chief Kenneka and the detectives about that camera.
Whoa, 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 whoa. At 113? At 113? That's when Kenneka would be in the lobby, right? Damn, I'm on the money.
Master Receiver, you guys back in the same. And the detectives about that camera. Can you come out here and meet Deputy Chief Kenneka and the detectives about that camera? Master Receiver, you guys back in the same area? I just... I'm bored.
And guess what she'll be heading to? Caddyshack.
301 here. Oh, fuck.
301, everything 10-4?
Negative. I have that subject in the kitchen in a freezer. She is frozen solid.
Don't believe it ain't no 12 some. That's out of sync with. That's out of sync with. Don't believe that's at 12 some. Cause at 12 some, that's when they got the cameras off and people in and out the Caddyshack private area. But let's skip to this. Let's go back to 1 and 2 o'clock.
Can I get 201 here? We got 2 batteries and the ambulance requested. Somebody follow them. Citation. They're going to keep cuffed. Not.
At 2 something in the morning. Oh, so when you think about, is this at 2 something in the morning on September the 9th? Or on the 10th? Let's look at this shit. That's at 2:33. They can't be on the 10th. They can't be on the 10th. They can't be on the 10th. They could be only on the 9th at 2 some in the morning. If you had Kilo Brown said, yeah, the shit got hyped around, yeah, you know what I'm saying, yeah. So I look at it like this here. They cleaned the crime scene up immediately while Kenneka will be going through organ harvesting. And once she get out of organ harvesting, that's when they finna place her in the freezer. And guess what time I think they'll place her in the freezer? That's what a cover would look like if you already planned it is. And this would be at 2 something in the morning. So at 2 something in the morning, that's why Leonore want us to believe this.
For students drowning in research papers, Grammarly helped me strike the right tone, whether I was requesting research opportunities or begging.
Camera pan
See
on.
that? We still thinking she in the room. But ain't this what a real cover would look like and actually at 2 some? Going on 3 some? And that's why you got them on the scene. Threesome. Hold up. Cause I was like, well, look. That's why I matched it up, because I'm like, well, wait a minute. If this said 3, let me match it up. And I tried to match it up, right? Because when I was looking at the video, I'm like, well, look, let me go and look at this video and then compare this video when you go to threesome. Why did you go to 4 in the morning on this footage? And look what it showed 4 in the morning. Damn, you got her. Look. And then look, make it so bad. If a scratcher come through here, you supposed to seen the scratcher. When the morgue came in here, you supposed to saw the morgue either come through this way or this way. And I remember they had. Tell me if y'all remember in the beginning, they showed the beverage manager downstairs with the police, with the scratcher downstairs. And they said that's when they were moving Kenneka's body from downstairs to upstairs. And that's in the beginning. You gotta be a J boy. This boy. So look, once you go to this stuff, that's where the Jalen Ford narrative gonna come in at. And then when you go, check this out. Another dead giveaway. Guess who Scarlett Jackson gonna be related to? Miss Teresa, brother, Jonathan Jackson. And don't that go back to Scarlett would be her niece? So that means, whoa, man. I told y'all I'm not playing. So that means everybody you saw on this shit was Miss Teresa's nieces and nephews that were juveniles. Y'all see it with your own eye. J Money is related to who? And guess who Irene says she is Scholar? That's my folks. They're my people. Do I need to go back to Irene Lavish? She was like, yeah, Scholar, you know what I'm saying? And then she was like, yeah, she was laying next on me. She was laying next on me. I mean, ain't this red-handed that Trey ain't got him in the bud right now? Oh, that made sense why J Money had to get assassinated. And then this who would be on the footage round about. Look, check this out. Who a Scholar would be? Let's go to see who really Scholar. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Who? And you mean to tell me that Irene will be showing up with family members, and you got Mano booking the room, and that's a cousin, and you got Hugo a cousin. There go the girl that with Mano booked the room. Bam! Look at this.
Side of the heart. We seeing it clear. So let's watch. Okay, she gonna turn around and come back. When I say she turned, look at the way she walking. She turned. She coming back to the girl. And again, I believe this right here with the skull cap on, it's September. It ain't that goddamn cold. Fuck you need on the skull. People don't wear skull caps here in Chicago. Ain't no fucking September. Unless something wrong with you. But if that's the case, then everybody at this goddamn party should have had on a skull cap. In September. But let's pay attention to the girl that's holding the towel on her head. And
So that's why they were going hard on the trend, because this where you finna link Miss Teresa back to. Trace these little boys back, and you will find out these Miss Teresa little nephews and nieces. They was all underage at the party. That's why they use the kids, because you can't disclose their names if they juveniles. So better they could get away with crimes if juveniles be involved in this type shit. So Miss Teresa gonna play victim and gonna say, no, I don't know none of these people and none of this, and the whole credit card fraud come back to her family. And everybody from Chicago, even the people that snitched on Miss Teresa, be like, yeah, you know Miss Teresa in the scamming and shit. And the fraudulent, you know what I'm saying? Because if you look at Miss Teresa, she got allies names like, damn, she go by Teresa Martin and Teresa Sarah Martin, Teresa Latrice Martin. You know, she got different alien names, right? So once you find out, the whole case was basically about everybody we saw
the
on
girl
the
that
footage.
just made that.
Look, so basically, is this a main receipt? Basically, Miss Teresa, whole family on the footage, including Irene, and Irene is related to Kenneka. And you got family members on this screenshot. Look, that's crazy. More family members. More family members. All family members. Got to face this. It's proven. This is all family members. Setting up Kenneka. Cause there's millions to be made when it come to her death. Finna be the biggest murder case in the world. That's crazy. So everybody you saw, and you mean to tell me Zach TV didn't know? Oh, Bree, some kin of Miss Teresa. I ain't even know that. Bree is some kin to Miss Teresa. I didn't know. Till I looked into it, and boom, look. All family members. All family members. This how you know something went wrong. In the middle of, if they set this up, this let you know something went wrong between Miss Teresa family members and the staff. Cause the family members got the accusing the staff, and the staff never accused the family members. They just dropped the investigators off. But when it come to the family, that funky ass hotel, they had something to do with it. What are those security guards was at? Cause you know what I'm saying, we was still in the room, we was partying and shit. And when she came up missing, we can't even find y'all no more. And so we started knocking on all the doors on room 9 on the 9th floor and stuff where other family members, they were like, have you seen Kenneka Jenkins? So they basically knocking on family doors. So where you think these guys was going when Kenneka showed up? Look how Kenneka showed up and the whole vibe changed. Watch this. Check this out. Look. Boom. Watch this. Look how the vibe changed. Ain't they showing you Kenneka would be showing up with her brother, with Kenneka, and while her brother coming down in the lobby, or his sister in the lobby meeting up with a dude? Don't that fit the same description? And then you go all the reports and say, hey, whenever everybody they interviewed when they came to who was all in the room, about 30 to 40 people, and all of them family members. So basically, the whole investigation was interviewing family members. Juvenile, all the Miss Teresa family members. Everybody you see on the family members. Bree, that's a secret. If you think I'm lying, ask Miss Teresa, challenge me. If I'm a liar, I apologize, and I never talked about the Kenneka Jenkins case alone. That's how much faith I got in this shit. All these family members. All these family members. Look, everybody family members. That's why they there. So when they were busting the move and set Kenneka up with the hotel authority, something went wrong. And they was like, no, I ain't going down. We ain't going down neither. Look, family members. And you know the cold part about it? Now you got to find out where Mano at. Where Mano? Cause he gonna be dressed up like a woman, so don't look for a boy, look for a transsexual. Look for Mano when he blending in the crowd when motherfucker thinking, oh, that might be a female, that might be a female. You know what I'm talking about? You know, you look like you ain't, you know what I'm saying? Hi, y'all. This at 140, another family member. Why you think he would be coming out the kitchen at 140? At 140, look what this look like. Look, did you see this video that was circulating around 130? Yeah, I saw that video. Let's go to 130. See what happened in there? Did you last had contact with your sister at 1:30? No, I don't know nothing about that now. But you did see a video around 1:30 and 1:50. Yeah, if the hotel didn't tell us there was an employee in Rosamond, they didn't tell us. I see why. Bye, y'all, and I'm out.